Well, not a bad start to daylight saving. The warm nor'westerly airstream establishing itself over New Zealand. Eastern areas rising into the 20s, but the weather dial gets a giant twist to the right this evening. Nor'westerlies rise to gale and the west coast is set for another dousing. Your weather warnings and today's news. Right now, it's 6 o'clock.
Well, we can't all win a seat, right? Not even Winston Peters can win a seat.
He can still see the funny side. Winston Peters to decide who'll be in the next government. What will he want? And how long will the country have to wait? It's raining balloons for National, but tough negotiations are on the way after a comeback for Bill English.
Just short of half of all New Zealanders voted National.
While Jacinda Ardern hopes votes yet to be counted will bring Labour a whisker closer.
But I'm hopeful we'll see a bit of a lift out of them.
And emotions run high as the Māori Party is knocked out of Parliament after more than a decade. Kia ora, good evening. Who will lead the next government remains up in the air tonight and in the hands of Winston Peters. Neither National or Labour have enough votes to form a government. And while National's in the box seat, Labour fancies its chances of being able to woo Mr Peters. We have extensive coverage tonight and begin with our political editor, Corin Dan.
While this election race may have been dominated by the two.
After the break here on One News, as the war of words between the US and North Korea escalates, Iran delivers its own message of defiance, testing a new ballistic missile capable of hitting Israel. Melania Trump flies solo in Toronto while Prince Harry's teaming up with America's First Lady. And the relaxed Joseph Parker retains his world heavyweight title with a dramatic decision putting an abrupt end to his opponent's celebrations. Iran says it successfully launched a new ballistic. Up ahead, it had twists and turns left, right and centre. We take a look back at the most drama-filled election campaign in New Zealand history and the new MPs ready to make their mark. Plus the light-hearted moments and campaign trail fails captured by our cameras.
Oh, he's trying to escape. He's trying to escape.
Looking at our top story tonight here on One News, it could be weeks before our new government is determined, with all eyes now on Winston Peters, the New Zealand First Leader's playing his cards close to his chest, holding the power after neither major party secured enough votes to form a government alone. While National's in the box seat, Labour fancies its chances of being able to woo Mr Peters, signalling tough negotiations ahead. Now, in politics, there are always winners and losers.
Mary Jane Agate, One News.
So, after all the excitement of yesterday and last night, Andrew's here with sport now, and Joseph Parker gets the job done.
Had to go to the cards though, Pete. At one stage I thought he might need Winston's votes as well. We're with the Parker camp next in the UK as nerves kick in at the end of an awkward 12-rounder.
And still...
The decision hasn't been well received in certain parts of England. The Fury team even resorting to pinching Parker's belt. Plus, Rugby League's fairy tale run continues with a kid from Tokoroa at the forefront. And hurricanes, heat and giant reptiles welcome to the World Rowing Champs, Florida style.
Actually, I think Carol King's live in Sydney tonight. Anyway, that is the News Hour for Sunday. Keep right up to date with any developments on our stories tonight on our website, onenewsnow.co.nz. That is the 6 o'clock news. Good night.